stop a trigger-happy Air Force officer from releasing a nuclear missile on Wonder Woman at 6 on Channel 48.
Martine, you can't just leave. Where are you going to go?
I don't know. I'll find a hotel somewhere.
You just told me you don't have any money.
I still have my credit card. If Sky hasn't stopped it, he might have done that.
Would you please be sensible? Stay one more night. At least wait until Miles gets home so we can talk about this.
No, Jody, I have to go. Believe me, it's the best thing for everybody.
This is so silly. We're your friends. Martine, you were very kind to me when I needed help. Why don't you let me return
Jody,
the favor?
please try to understand me. I would like to be alone, to be by myself. I just walk for a while, okay?
It looks like it's going to rain.
Good. I like the rain.
What happened? We were so happy, you and Gavin and me.
Judy, Gavin doesn't want to see me anymore.
I don't believe that.
You see, he was willing to forgive everything I have done in my life. If I had told him I was a murderer, not just a thief, he would have forgiven me for that too. But he can't just forgive that I'm a married woman.
Well, maybe he's changed his mind. No. Give him another chance. Go back to the studio.
No, I can't go over there. I can't go to the studio. Jody, my friend Cynthia is coming to the studio today.
Who?
Cynthia Gregory, the dancer I told you about. She's passing from Monticello and she's coming to the studio to see me. What am I going to do?
Well, then that settles it. You're just going to have to go there.
No, I can't go to the studio. Please, could you go there and talk to Gavin for me? At least that she knows what happens. Could you do that for me, please?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Thank you.
But I wish you'd talk to him yourself.
Please, no.
Ah, I bet you that's...
I don't want to talk to him. Answer that door.
Hi. You must be Jody, right?
That's right.
Well, I don't know if you remember me or not, but I'm Raven Swift. I'm a very, very good friend of Sky Whitney, and I would like to talk to you.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Mild Ivory Liquid. It helps hands stay young-looking. And by Tide. Women who count on cleaning put their trust in Tide.
Coach Hawkins, what are you doing in home ec?
Washing the team's uniforms for the second time.
Washing twice? What are you using?
This.
A so-called bargain? Not a smart play, Coach.
Oh, but I saved a lot.
By washing twice, some saving. This is home economics, Coach. We use Tide so we get clothes clean first time around.
On tough, muddy dirt like this?
Sure. Is this as muddy as that was?
Oh, you bet. All my guys are tough.
Oh,
Hey.
Tide'll beat it with just one wash.
Hey, Tide won.
Even after you wash this twice.
Tide was the clean winner 2-1.
Coach, the smart money's on Tide.
Extra Action Tide, the best detergent on American soil. It's a real cleaning bargain.
2-1.
Can these hands fool you? Who's mother and who's daughter? Can't tell? Meet Pat Kendall and Laura. They're both students at Northwestern.
When you're in school with students Laura's age, young-looking hands are very important.
And Mom's hands are very young-looking. Similar to mine.
Pat Kendall does lots of dishes. What's her secret?
She uses Ivory Liquid, and so do I.
I've used Ivory Liquid 20 years. It's very mild to my hands.
Lab tests show Ivory Liquid's mildest to hands of all leading brands.
It's thick and creamy looking. I love the rich suds. Nothing we tried gets dishes cleaner. I'm counting on keeping my hands young-looking, like Mom's, and Ivory Liquid will help.
Mild Ivory Liquid, because young-looking hands are worth holding on to.
She's married, Calvin.
What?
Martine is married.
Are you really serious? What'd she do, elope with Sky Whitney or something?
She married that guy Collier Wells 4, maybe 5 years ago. Don't ask me exact information. I don't have any. He's an American, and they must have Married somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, I know all about Collier Wells.
What a fun couple they must have made, Martine and Collier. Can you imagine the kind of life they led, Calvin? Martine dancing for all those rich people in their mansions, while her husband was upstairs separating them from the family jewels.
It almost sounds glamorous, doesn't it? Well, don't believe it. Most crooks spend 90% of their time hiding like rats afraid to come out of their holes.
Well, I owe your friend Damien something. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't know the truth. I'd probably still think that Martine didn't want to marry me because of the way I comb my hair or something like that. At least now I know she doesn't want to be a bigamist.
So, Damien spilled the beans, huh? Well, he hasn't been an easy person to get to know, but I really didn't think he was capable of something like this.
It's not his fault. He said the truth.
Yeah? I wonder if he told the whole truth.
What do you mean?
I mean, exactly how much does he know about all this? Did he give you any details?
Some. He told me about Martine and Collier and how they tried to rip off people abroad.
I've got an idea, Gavin. I think we should get together, the three of us, me, you, and Damien, and we should get to the bottom of this whole messy story.
Mrs. Moffat?
Yes.
My name's Clifford Nelson, Mrs. Moffat.
Please, call me Zelda. I feel as if we've known each other for a very long time.
You do? Oh, you mean like in a previous lifetime?
No, I don't mean reincarnation.
Well, I thought you believed in that, too.
Yes, I do. However, the reason that I said that is because I've seen you downtown at the courthouse.
You mean while you were in a trance?
No. No, I was there because of a parking violation.
Oh.
But I saw you in a courtroom next door. You were very good.
Oh, well, thank you.
You lost the case.
Well, it must have been one of my bad days.
Oh, you should have consulted your horoscope. What's your sign?
Taurus.
Oh, dear. Oh, you should have picked another profession. Libras make the best lawyers.
Oh, is that my trouble?
Well, never mind. I'm sure that's not why you're here. You read about me in the Monticello Star.
That's amazing. How'd you know that? It said in there that you can find missing persons, Mrs. Moffat.
Zelda.
Oh, Zelda. I've got to admit to you that I really don't believe in all this psychic stuff, tarot cards. You know, it's just really weird the way you would know these things about...
But I know nothing. I can't possibly know what you need until you tell me. And then I can determine the best way to help you.
Oh, well, it's not for me. It's for a friend of mine, a very good friend. He's a very important man in town.
Michael Carr.
That's fantastic. How did you know that?
Please, don't attribute that to my psychic powers. It's not very difficult to figure out your purpose, Mr. Nelson. You were once in partnership with Mr. Carr, weren't you?
That's right, I was. You're really amazing.
Besides, most of the world knows about Mrs. Carr's mysterious disappearance, so it stands to reason that that's your interest.
Can you guess my next question?
Yes, I can. You want to know if I can help.
That's just fantastic. How did you know that? Well, can you?
Well, I can't positively answer yes or no to that, Mr. Nelson.
Oh, call me Cliff. Zelda.
Well, I really don't know whether or not I can help you to find Mr. Carr's missing wife. I don't seem to have absolute control over my own powers. But I do think that there is a very good possibility that I can tell you exactly where she is.
If you could do that, that would be fantastic.
However, there's only one way that I can do that. Mr. Carr himself will have to come here.
Oh, then no problem. He's on his way right now. We came from 2 different directions.
Wonderful. Because you see, I need someone as close to the woman as her husband to provide the proper vibrations.
Well, I was very close to Mrs. Carr. She was a terrific woman. Do you pick up any vibrations from me?
Why, yes, I think I do.
Really? You do, huh?
Well, and perhaps that means that when Mr. Carr arrives, I'll be able to tell him where his wife is at once.
Hi there, Mrs. Carr. How you feeling today?
What's that?
Hey, your vitamins.
Don't look like vitamins.
Ah, you got me there. They're relaxation pills, doc's orders. They'll make you feel good.
Nacho cheese-flavored Doritos brand tortilla chips are so cheesy and crunchy. America's favorite snack chip.
Hey, Charlie, you're out of nacho cheese Doritos. Got another bag?
No, but I got lots of others. Snacks.
No more?
It was a lovely party,
Really
Charlie.
getting late, Charlie.
In fact, people love that cheesy flavor so much that no matter what else you run out of, if you want to keep cheese lovers happy, never run out of nacho cheese Doritos.
The dog, the telephone, the children, the doorbell.
Calgon, take me away.
Let Calgon baths take you away from it all. To a world where lush fragrances and soft, silky waters caress your body, relax your mind. It's another world in a Calgon bath. Fragrant Calgon baths. Lose yourself in luxury.
Dr. Bryson promised me no more drugs. I don't have to take any more medication.
Yeah, well, he was talking about shots. Now, this isn't any hypodermic. These are just nice, friendly little pills, and they'll make you feel better.
No, I don't want them.
I bet you don't know what these little babies are called. They're called mood elevators.
Nothing here is going to help my mood.
But that's because you haven't tried these. These will make you feel better, I guarantee it.
No, I'm not going to take them.
All right, if you won't take my word for it, take Dr. Bryson's word. He's the one who prescribed it.
I don't believe you.
That's not nice, Mrs. Carr.
Dr. Bryson said everything was going to be different, but it's just more of the same, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is going to make you feel better. Now, Dr. Bryson, he's your friend. He wants you to feel good. He thought your spirits were low, and he wanted to raise them.
No, I don't take them.
You're not going to make me force you, are you?
I want to talk to the doctor.
You are going to make me force you.
No, don't.
You're going to have to take these pills sooner or later. Now, it's either going to cause you a lot of pain, or it's going to make you feel nice and relaxed. Now, it's your choice. Come on, Mrs. Carr.
What's going on here?
I was just trying to give Mrs. Carr her pill.
What pill?
The one that Mrs. Bryson told me to give her.
Mrs. Bryson? You must be mistaken, Sharky. Mrs. Bryson doesn't order any medication unless I prescribe it.
Well, I thought you'd ordered it.
Well, take it away. I'll speak to Mrs. Bryson myself.
Right, I'll do that.
I'm sorry. I don't see how this could have happened.
Oh, you don't?
No, I swear to you, I prescribed no medication for you. None whatever. There must simply be a misunderstanding.
Oh, a misunderstanding. I certainly hope so, Doctor.
Oh, please don't call me doctor. Only my patients and my employees call me that. Oh, Nancy, you can't be upset. It's such a beautiful spring day outside.
Well, thank you for telling me that.
Oh, that was thoughtless of me. I didn't mean it to be cruel.
It was cruel just the same.
Yes, I realize that. You could go out, you know.
I could.
Yes, if you promised me, if you swore that you'd behave yourself. Well, we might even take a stroll together.
Would I still have to have bandages on my face?
Ah, yes. Yes, I'm afraid that would be necessary to make sure you weren't recognized. But still, wouldn't you find that a pleasant change?
To be outside. Outdoors, yes, I do think that would be a very pleasant change.
Ah, I know I'd enjoy it. I'd enjoy walking with you very much.
Ta-da!
What big mugs. Beautiful.
Just made them.
For our store?
Nope, for us. Your coffee's so delicious now our old mugs aren't big enough.
Mrs. Olson, you said Folgers is different.
It's a special blend, best I've tasted.
Mountain grown.
The richest, most aromatic kind of coffee.
Your coffee is so good. We might even need bigger mugs.
Try mountain-grown Folgers.
Dog, go walk yourself.
Okay, okay, dog. Cool it. Listen, I'll take you for a walk.
Lamar Hall needs Coast deodorant soap, the eye-opener. No other soap refreshes like Coast with its exhilarating scent. No soap has bubblier lather. Coast brings you back to life.
Come on, dog. We out here to go walking. Come on now. We're out here to go walking.
Bring yourself back to life with Coast, the eye-opener.
Hi, Minnie. These prices are murder. Even my floor cleaner.
Looks like my spick and span is the last real value in town.
Spick and span?
Why, sure. This one box cleans more than those 2 bottles and costs a lot less.
Cleans more than 2 bottles and costs less?
It's better, too. Cleans the daylights out of greasy, waxed-in dirt. Farsight better than any leading liquid. Now, that's right clean at the right price. Spick and span, the right clean at the right price.
Now available in the new 32-ounce size.
And does Guy know you're working for him?
Well, I just want to make sure that Sky doesn't make any more mistakes. You have no idea how crushed he was about this dance company. It meant everything to him.
Yes, well, I was very upset, too.
I'm sure. He spent thousands and thousands of dollars, not to say anything about the amount of publicity he started.
From what I heard, Sky is still planning to have this company, right?
That's right, he is. And that's why I just want to make sure he doesn't make another mistake.
Do you mean by hiring me?
So it's true. Did you sign a contract with Sky?
I don't see why that's your business, Mrs. Swift. I think it's strictly between them.
You think I should stay out of it? Well, I think you should stay out of it. I mean, after all, you and Sky are no longer together, so why should it matter?
It's Jody I care about.
And it's Jody I'm concerned about. That's why I don't think that this is really a good idea.
Oh, so you're the one who doesn't think you should hire me?
Well, Jody, do you really think that you can handle all of this responsibility? You've never danced professionally. One mistake and he loses millions of dollars.
Sky Whitney is a millionaire several times over, Jody. He can afford it.
No one can afford to throw money away.
And that's what you think he'll be doing if I decide to say yes?
Jody, face it. You're not a professional, are you?
No, but she's a very, very good dancer.
And you don't want to see her make a fool of herself, just as I don't want to see Sky make a fool of himself.
That's enough, Mrs. Swift. You have no right to interfere.
Oh, don't I? Do you want me to tell you how I have the right?
I'm sure you work pretty hard for that.
Well, look, I know one thing. I have a lot of things to do this afternoon, and so does Martine. So if you'll excuse us, Mrs. Swift.
Jody, I just wanted you to understand that I want to help.
Yes, that's very kind of you. Thank you so much.
Well, can you tell me when you'll give Sky your answer?
As a matter of fact, it's going to be today. Goodbye, Mrs. Swift.
I have to be honest with you, Mrs. Moffat. I am skeptical about this sort of thing, but I'm sure that's no surprise to you.
Not in the least, Mr. Carr. Most of the people I meet are skeptical about my psychic powers. For a little while, anyway.
Oh, you're really terrific, Zelda. Well, it can't hurt to try, can it?
No, I don't suppose it can.
Such a tragedy. I'm sure you loved your wife very much. In fact, yes. Yes. Yes, I know you loved her. I can feel the vibrations of your heart. I can feel the sadness within you.
I think you can tell that just by looking at my face, Mrs. Moffat.
You were married for some time, Mr. Carr?
This month we will be celebrating our 18th anniversary.
And there was never any trouble between you?
Trouble?
Oh, you know, in the course of a marriage, sometimes there are problems. Two working people separated frequently, meeting other people in similar occupations.
Are you asking me if we were ever unfaithful to each other?
That's crazy, Zelda. Oh, pardon me. I don't want to offend any spirits that are in the room.
It was just a simple question, Mr. Nelson.
Sorry.
Yes. Yes, you have a very strong aura. Mr. Carr, very strong.
Maybe it's his aftershave.
Please, Mr. Nelson, no frivolity.
Sorry.
Some of the aura that you carry is hers. I'm sure of it. You two have been so close that your auras have mingled and become one. Believe me, Mr. Carr, even in death, you two are inseparable.
I'm hoping that's not the case, of course.
San Francisco. San Francisco. I see it. I see it.
How's the weather?
An airport. Something about an airport. A taxi. A hotel.
We're well aware of those, Mrs. Moffat.
Oh, call her Zelda. She likes Zelda.
What's the matter with her? Why does she look like that? She doesn't always look like that, does she?
Like what?
Mr. Carr, are you sure about your relationship with your wife? Are you certain that there are no complications?
I'm quite sure of it, Mrs. Moffat. If you're going to tell me that her disappearance was voluntary, you're...
Oh, no, not voluntary. Oh, dear, no. With pain, with much pain. She misses you, I'm sure of that. She's suffering. She regrets.
Regrets? What regrets?
Running away, apparently. Is that what you're implying, Mrs. Moffat?
Mr. Carr, all I can say is that your wife... Forgive me, Mr. Carr, but your wife is alive. But in the arms of another man.
What? That's ridiculous, Zelda. I'm really sorry, Mike. We better go.
Yes. Yes, I think we'd better.
Yes, it is chilly in here. I must see that this room is kept warmer for you, Nancy.
The next time you're scrambling for something different at breakfast.
Velveeta just popping with good ideas.
If serving up something new is getting really grilling.
Velveeta just popping with good ideas.
If the idea of baked potatoes sounds half-baked, try twice-baked.
Velveeta just popping with good ideas. No wonder it's so popular. America spells cheese. K-R-A-F-T. Hey, candy lovers, there's a new way to go. Granola clusters, an answer to candy.
Granola clusters take the good things of granola, like oats, honey, raisins, almonds, and combine them with caramel and nougat to create a sweet, chewy, 100% natural treat with no additives or preservatives.
Hey, candy lovers, something new. Granola clusters. Granola's answer to candy.
Caramel, almond, and raisin from Nature Valley.
Tonight is a special night. Starting at 8, man's exploration of the deep ocean wilderness is graphically traced in Jacques Cousteau's Those Incredible Diving Machines. Stay tuned now as Carol Lawrence and Buddy Hackett join the crew of the Love Boat next on Channel 48.
Oh, I know it isn't just the temperature that makes you tremble. You're afraid, aren't you, Nancy? Afraid of what might happen.
I have reason to be afraid.
Despite all my reassurances?
Your reassurances, Doctor. Sharky's reassurances. I've been told that if I behave myself as if I were a little child, everything is going to be fine.
You mustn't listen to someone like Sharky.
Then to whom should I listen to? Ira Gideon.
Ira Gideon?
Yes, I know what he expects you to do. And I've heard the hints from your wife and from Sharky as to what has to be done.
You mustn't listen to anyone but me.
Oh. Then you don't think that my death is the solution to the problem?
Oh, Nancy, you're letting your imagination run away with you. I know we must all seem like monsters, but we're not murderers. I'm a doctor. My profession is healing. Listen to me, Nancy. I will not let any harm come to you, no matter what anyone advises or demands. Look at me, please. Don't you see it in my eyes? You're still afraid of me, aren't you? You must trust me, Nancy. Trust me.
Meals and snacks are heavy in nutrients, but not calories. A good diet should include lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, dairy products, and whole grain cereals and breads. Good health depends on good eating habits.